Hello there people, my name is Sho and welcome to an episode of Game Things. We're leaving the Nintendo Direct and Sony PlayStation State of Play coverage for next week, so for today, let's jump right into the flash news of this week. We now have a new 11 minutes gameplay trailer by IGN for the upcoming Alan's Wake 2, link to the video down below. Played through the perspective of FBI agent Sega Anderson, all the familiar puzzle, combat, investigation gameplays can be seen in the trailer, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this great atmospheric gameplay. If you have not played the original title from the series, while the graphics are a little dated compared to today's standard, I still think it is a great experience to have, considering it is only $15 without any discounts and was up to 90% off at one point at $1.49 during the Steam sales. To me, this game is about the atmosphere, and while I'm always PC first, I can totally see this game being enjoyed playing on the couch. Moving on, initially launched on the Xbox in 2015, following its earlier releases on PC, Android, and App Store, Roblox will finally make its debut on the VR headset Meta Quest 2 this month, followed by the PlayStation 4 and 5 release in October this year. All I'm saying is that the level of excitement that I get from Roblox is lower than what my ex gave me. That is how much I care about the game. But to those of you who want to try it out, you know when you can get your hands on it now. Speaking of things that you can get your hands on, Mario Kart Tour is a mobile game that you can still enjoy the new updates and content until October 4th, 2023. And when that date hits, no further courses, drivers, karts, or gliders will be added to the game. Apparently, Nintendo and the developer DNA had confirmed that they are ending support and future developments for the game after 4 years since the game had launched. Consider joining the Mario Kart Tour, which is a part of its anniversary tour that starts on September 20th, which should also be the last and final big update for the game. While there are games like Fire Emblem Heroes that does extremely well in the mobile market, earnings-wise, it seems like Mario Kart will return to being a prominent franchise on the Nintendo Switch. Switching things up a little, we're going to talk about Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil Village, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Death Stranding. And now you might wonder, what could this combination brings? And to be completely honest, I had no idea this is coming until the moment I click on the news, but it is true. All these games are in fact coming to the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. This news came into light when Apple livestreamed its Apple event on September 12th this week. I'm highly skeptical on the games that are going to run locally on the iPhone 15, and even if they can make it run, there has to be a lot of compromises to make this happen. But seriously, Apple, are you guys running out of ideas and reasons for people to buy the latest and greatest iPhone? Out of every possible things that I would expect from an Apple event, this definitely did not came across my mind. Next, developer of the well-received game Cult of the Lamb is threatening to delete the game on 1st of January 2024 as a reaction towards the company Unity's decision to impose a new quote-unquote Unity Runtime Fee. Essentially, effective 1st of January 2024, Unity, the company, is charging a fee for every game downloads that are made using the Unity engine. And of course, these topics can go really deep with all the tables and numbers provided by Unity, but in general, you just need to know that the game developers who use Unity for their games are certainly not happy about it. As far as I'm concerned, it is not about the fees that the developers are upset about, it's more so about the side from Unity where they don't really communicate or even consult the developers, aka the users of the Unity engine itself. It gets worse when you realize that the CEO of Unity is not my ex, not your ex, but an ex-CEO of EA, who also happened to sold 50,000 shares this year, days before the Unity development fees announcement. This is pig capitalism dancing and singing on the world stage right here in front of your bare naked eyes, leaving you defenseless and exposed. And now let's give a little push on the pedal and quickly go through the shorter news. We can expect Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition for the PlayStation 5 sooner or later, as the news about IMDA, the rating board based in Singapore, is suggesting that an announcement of the Complete Edition is getting closer to its reveal date, albeit the details have been taken down from the website. This Complete Edition should include the base game and also the Burning Shores DLC. Speaking of DLCs, the game Diablo 4 is planning for annual expansions released for the game and really pushing for the game as a service business model on Diablo 4. Hopefully, Blizzard can have something interesting, contents-wise, to incentivize players to come back and relive the game every now and then. Hopefully with new mechanics, builds, equipments, gameplays, and carrots. Steam, on the other hand, is celebrating its 20 years anniversary since the service launched on September 12, 2003. Feels old, man. On Steam, they have a long page of histories and important events that happened since 2003 to 2023, so do check it out. XDefiant, Ubisoft's upcoming free-to-play multiplayer FPS, had failed Microsoft's and Sony's console certification tests, which leads to more time required for testing and ultimately delaying the originally planned release schedule, which is the summer of this year. According to the executive producer Mark Rubin, players can expect XDefiant likely to be released in October 2023. Finally, if you don't already know, video game The Sims actually has a YouTube channel. From their latest Behind the Sims 40 minutes long video, we now know that EA confirms that the upcoming The Sims 5 will be going for a free-to-play model and the game will coexist alongside The Sims 4. I really like The Sims and The Sims 2 because of their offline mode. The Sims 3 can also be played offline, but I just didn't really put the time into it. And what I'm trying to say here is that I really don't think EA will go back to providing an offline mode experience of the game after The Sims 4, which is an online-only game. All in all, The Sims 5 sounds good on paper, but we will leave until then to see and believe. Coming to the release of this week, the wait is over for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC, at least for the Part 1 DLC called The Teal Mask. It's now available digitally on the Nintendo Store. Honestly, I'm not super excited about the new DLC. It could just be that I'm not a huge fan of DLCs in general, but this is 2023 that we are in, and it is how things are right now. On the flip side, if this was given free to me, I would play the heck out of it. DLC is made available since September 13, 2023 on the Nintendo Switch. Up next, we have Dune Spice Wars, a sci-fi real-time strategy game to those who are up for the task, managing your resources, leading your factions in battle, and take control over the desert planet called Arrakis. Dune Spice Wars had been running on early access since April 2022 and is officially released on Thursday, September 14. Deceit 2 is finally here on the PC platform, released this Thursday on 14th of September as well. Deceit is a game of deceiving and full of lies. Trust no one, not your ex, not even your wife, or your wife's boyfriend. A game of Deceit can have 6 to 9 players in a lobby. Nice. And the main objective of Survivor is to find out who is the infected, aka the ghost. And the objective for the infected is, of course, to eliminate all the survivors. It is extremely fun if you have a group of friends to play with, but do note that the day you play Deceit 2 with your specific group of friends can also be the last day you will ever talk to them. Then we have the Crew Moto Fest. At least from a perspective of a casual gamer here, it just looks like Forza Horizon, but with 4x4s and mountain bikes? I don't even know what exactly you call those, but yeah. The Crew Motorfest is now available starting September 14, 2023 on the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox One, and PC on Ubisoft Store, Microsoft Store, and Epic Games. No live for Steam, at least at this moment. Moving on, Thunder Ray is an arcadey, casual 2D fighter that could potentially run on a potato. The game is out on PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC starting this Saturday on September 14 as well. Final mention on the game release for this week. I know I've been vocal about not being a mobile gamer, but I thought I would give this a mention anyway. Check a Play Store or App Store. Monster Hunter Now, a collaboration game between Niantic and Capcom, should be out and available on both Android and iOS. If you're familiar with Pokemon Go, you should know what to expect from this game, and if you're a fan of Monster Hunter, this will probably be one of the games you might consider playing, both casual or hardcore. As for the free games for this week, on the Epic Games Store, 911 Operator is a single-player indie strategy simulation game. Choose any city you wish to play in, and just like the name implies, this game is for those who are up for the difficult task to manage and handle emergency situations. Answer calls, react in proper manner, giving first aid instructions, coordinate with ambulance, police department, and fire department wherever you see fit. Remember to claim the game by or before September 21st. And that wraps up our weekly episode of Game Things. Consider giving this video a like, subscribe, and click on the bell if you wish to receive notifications whenever we have a new upload here on YouTube. And for those who are still here, this might be a glimpse into a potential way of playing games in the coming future. Twitch streamer Perry Karyal demonstrated the combined use of eye tracking technology and EEG, a device that uses electrodes that place near user's head to read the changes in electrical activity from the brain, playing competitive shooter titles like Valorant, Halo, and Overwatch 2. If this is indeed how gaming can be done, we are just one step closer to the future of gaming.